Dear chosen one, your arrival here is no coincidence. Fortune stars are shifting, bringing mentors and career breakthroughs. Believe your destiny is awakening. Remember, the universe helps those who help themselves. Comment riding the waves or bright future to activate these energies. Obstacles will dissolve, opportunities will multiply, and your journey will rise. One of the most powerful principles of reality, a principle that holds the extraordinary power to completely transform our lives forever, is what I call the mirror principle. The beauty of this transformation lies in the fact that it doesn't require implementing a specific technique or strategy demanding immediate action. Rather, this principle is fundamentally connected to the person you aspire to become at your deepest level. Consider this illuminating example. If your heart's desire is to become a millionaire, the profound truth is that you must first embody the essence of a millionaire internally before this can manifest in your external world. Without this inner transformation, you'll find yourself constantly jumping from one opportunity to another, mistakenly believing the problem lies somewhere outside yourself. So the first essential teaching of this principle is beautifully simple yet profound. If you don't change internally, nothing external will change. This represents the fundamental essence of the mirror principle. When you truly master this principle, everything you touch will transform into gold. However, and I want to be completely honest with you, this journey requires confronting your own shadows, facing your reflection with courage, and hearing truths about yourself that might initially feel uncomfortable. If you're genuinely ready for significant life transformation, then this message speaks directly to your heart, my friend. In this exploration, I'll also share a powerful exercise that I personally continue to practice every day. Today, we're going to unravel this extraordinary principle and discover how it can revolutionize your existence in ways you might not yet imagine. Reality functions as a perfect mirror, faithfully reflecting your relationship with yourself and with the world around you, or more precisely, with reality itself, connecting your inner world with your outer experience. What exactly do I mean by this? Let's return to our millionaire example. If your relationship with money includes the belief that you're not capable of generating wealth, that you simply lack the talent for making money, then the mirror of reality responds, I hear that's your belief, so let it be. Here's more evidence confirming why you're not capable of making money. Consequently, life presents you with circumstances that continuously validate your hypothesis and reinforce the limiting beliefs you've been holding. I want you to remember this crucial insight. The external world is merely a reflection formed by the image you project. Essentially, another way of saying it reflects your internal reality. Looking carefully at our society today, it's evident that most people are increasingly immersed in the frenzy of external distractions, consumed by technology, social media, and the relentless pace of everyday life. Many of us have lost that precious connection with our inner wisdom, that powerful inner essence that we once naturally embodied. Let's explore 4 transformative keys that will empower you to shape reality according to your deepest desires. When studying the law of attraction, one concept frequently mentioned is how reality functions as a mirror, and many of us attempt to manipulate that mirror directly. The first fundamental key of the mirror principle is understanding that the mirror of reality reflects 2 essential elements: your relationship with yourself and your relationship with the world around you. In other words, what appears in your reality mirror is a projection of how you perceive yourself and how you view the world. If you look at yourself thinking, I'm not good enough, the mirror simply reflects that belief back to you. When you tell yourself, I can't accomplish this because I'm not good enough, the mirror responds, you're right, you're not good enough. Here's more evidence proving why you're not good enough. The reflection is always based on the message you send to the mirror of reality. This mirror operates like a loyal friend who consistently validates whatever you believe. Rather than attempting to directly manipulate the reflected image, we must learn to transform the image we project before the mirror. This mirrors how influence works in human relationships. When we directly command someone, "Don't do that," the likelihood of them doing exactly what we've forbidden often increases. However, when we choose to motivate and inspire, presenting compelling reasons to avoid certain actions and explaining potential consequences, people become more receptive to our influence. Our goal, therefore, is to influence our world indirectly. The mirror of reality simply amplifies what you express. It will always reflect what you hold as truth in your mind, both about yourself, your identity, and your worldview. Please remember, this represents one of the most crucial keys to transformation. Now the question emerges, how can we change this pattern? How can we interrupt these automatic reflections and consciously choose what we want? You need to intentionally create your own identity and worldview, your personal paradigm. Let me offer an example to help you understand how to create your empowered identity. First, gain clarity about what you truly desire in the long term, perhaps 10 years from now. In that future vision, what activities do you see yourself engaging in daily? What elements make your life a continuous journey of joyful discovery? Ask yourself, who am I being when I'm living this dream? What characteristics and traits do I embody when I'm achieving, having, and doing all these wonderful things? This inquiry is absolutely crucial for your transformation. Next, consider your worldview. How do you perceive the world when living this desired reality? How does the world appear when you're experiencing this abundant life? Take time to craft powerful affirmations that bring this vision to life. Begin with affirmations about your identity, how you see yourself. These might include statements like, "I am worthy. I am a magnet for abundance because I carry within me the magical touch of an alchemist." Then create affirmations relating to your vision of the world, such as, "The world conspires in my favor. Everything unfolds at the perfect time, according to the divine plan." As you dedicate yourself to repeating these affirmations daily and internalizing them deeply, prepare to witness an incredible transformation unfolding. The reality you perceive, your entire worldview, will begin shifting before your eyes. Even if what you desire seems challenging or impossible today, this doesn't mean you won't achieve it tomorrow. Everything requires time, practice, and patience. Honor your personal timeline, but don't allow temporary fears to prevent you from achieving extraordinary outcomes. I encourage you to take time to complete this powerful exercise. It truly has the capacity to revolutionize your entire life experience. Now let's explore key number 2. It's essential to understand that the reflection appearing in our material world forms with a certain delay. Why does this happen? In our inner world, we can create images instantly, simply by closing our eyes and visualizing what we desire. That's how creation works in the dimension of pure thought. However, in the third dimension, our physical reality, manifestations require more time due to the inherent nature of matter. Physical matter possesses density and cannot violate natural laws to manifest instantaneously. This brings us to our next key. You must maintain your chosen belief long enough for your desire to manifest physically. What does this mean practically? It means remaining faithful to the identity and worldview you've created until your goal reveals itself tangibly. Whatever you aspire to become, begin by adopting the identity of someone who already embodies that reality. Ask yourself how that person would think, feel, and act. Then hold steadfastly to that identity for sufficient time. An interesting phenomenon occurs when people begin experiencing this process. They observe life's natural fluctuations, the inevitable ups and downs. They establish a belief and identity, expecting their goal to materialize. But when results don't appear immediately, their mood begins declining along with their belief. Fascinatingly, once their mood reaches its lowest point, the manifestation suddenly appears. However, when it finally manifests, it begins reflecting their previous negative attitude with that same time delay. Consequently, what manifests starts deteriorating again because it simply mirrors how they previously felt. This creates a wave pattern, a cycle that repeats in your life that seems inescapable. You experience these ups and downs that appear unavoidable. The key is maintaining unwavering loyalty to your chosen identity and worldview. This represents the most effective approach for promoting significant, lasting changes in your life journey. Let's explore the next key, one I find profoundly impactful and practice daily in my own spiritual journey. What you must understand is that the mirror of reality doesn't reflect the nature of your thoughts, but rather their specific content. Allow me to explain this subtle but crucial distinction. Consider this scenario. If you continuously express dissatisfaction through thoughts like, "I hate my dead-end job," "I hate my boss," "I hate my partner," "I hate these endless bills," the mirror doesn't reflect the hate itself, but mirrors the specific content of what you're focusing on. For example, "I hate bills" results in more bills appearing in your life. "I hate my job" generates more situations increasing your work dissatisfaction. This pattern operates with remarkable consistency. The more you complain about what you lack or don't want, these very things continue reflecting in your experience, providing additional evidence confirming your limiting worldview and identity. This represents the fundamental difference between scarcity mentality and abundance mentality, simply seeing the glass as half full rather than half empty. The key to applying this principle is beautifully straightforward. Focus intently on what you want and what you already have. To initiate meaningful change, begin focusing on everything you currently possess, all your progress, your beautiful relationships, your achievements, and everything you genuinely appreciate. Then pause and reflect. What do I truly want? What would make my life an exciting journey of discovery? How would that look and feel? The image can be somewhat vague initially. What matters is focusing consistently on what you want. When you maintain this focus on your desires, the gap between your current reality and your desired life naturally begins closing as you expand beyond your comfort zone. That's key number 3. Now let's explore our final key, the mirror cycle. This understanding will change everything forever. When you learn to consciously direct this mirror cycle, uncertainty dissolves, and you'll literally witness reality transforming before your eyes. The cycle begins with observation. Consider the backward-looking attitude you've held previously. All the complaints, negative experiences, or unconscious choices made in the past. These have created your present moment. When facing current challenges like bills or an unfulfilling job, you observe this reality and form an internal image or attitude in response. When I mention image, I'm referring to your internal attitude, thoughts, and feelings presented to the mirror. When we form this image, the mirror must reflect it, shaping reality according to that reflection. Unfortunately, most people remain trapped in this cycle by continuously observing the unwanted reflection and forming more negative images in response. This creates an addictive trap where they wonder, why does this keep happening repeatedly? What am I doing wrong? They try different tactics and strategies, perhaps business approaches or starting new ventures, yet nothing produces lasting results. Initial excitement fades as they return to familiar patterns, simply because they haven't made fundamental internal changes. Remember this critical insight. Lasting change only occurs through transformed worldview and identity. For most people, those functioning as puppets of circumstance, the cycle flows from observation to image creation to reflection. But if you aspire to become a co-creator, a true architect of your reality, you must reverse this cycle. I emphasize this because I experienced this pattern for years myself. But when I truly understood this cycle, everything transformed dramatically. To break this cycle, we begin with consciously choosing the image we wish to project. We temporarily turn away from observing current reflections, recognizing that present circumstances merely reflect past decisions. This realization is essential for creating change. If I want to shape tomorrow differently, I must make conscious choices today. We start with our chosen image, declaring, "This is what I want and this is what I have." The mirror then begins reflecting this new projection gradually, with small changes appearing over time. What happens next? Instead of merely observing, we confirm. We actively look for evidence supporting our new reality, noticing what's working. Look, that happened just as I intended. If you're cultivating confidence, you'll notice people responding more positively to you. If you're improving your work or business, you'll recognize progressive improvements. Even if certain aspects of life seem challenging, you focus exclusively on confirming elements matching your chosen worldview and identity. By maintaining this practice consistently, your reality will transform beyond anything you've previously imagined. Implementing these principles will completely revolutionize your life, my friend. This isn't theoretical. I've applied these principles personally with remarkable results. Early in my spiritual journey, I dismissed these concepts as nonsense, but witnessing the outcomes changed my perspective entirely. Desires began manifesting, often exceeding my original vision. As we explore the depths of reality's mirror, we discover an inner power frequently overlooked. Our surroundings truly echo our beliefs, identity, and worldview. The transformation secret lies not in passively observing reality, but in actively shaping our destiny through consciously chosen images of who we want to become. As we project these new images, reality gradually responds with corresponding changes. The mirror of reality knows no limitations. It simply responds to what we offer it. Like an alchemist transforming lead into gold, we can transmute our lives by adopting abundance consciousness, focusing intently on what we have and what we desire. Ultimately, our journey through reality's mirror represents both a search for inner truth and a celebration of our creative capacity to transcend limitations. May this knowledge become the guiding light illuminating your life journey, helping you create the reality of your dreams. Thank you for sharing this exploration with me today. If this message resonated with your soul, I invite you to like and subscribe to this channel. Share this video so others can benefit from these insights, and share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. I'm truly grateful for your attention and participation. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you soon in our next adventure together.